Hare Krishna, welcome to Ved Sarthi. Today we are going to learn Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verses 32 to 35. We are presenting to you this series of videos on Bhagavad Gita, shloka wise, and we are currently learning chapter 1, and we are covering the theme Arjun's doubt. The verses are from 26 to 46, and under this specific theme, we are covering the sub theme foreseeing no enjoyment in victory. Bhagavad Gita 1.32 to 35. किं नो राज्येन गोविन्द किं भोगैर्जीवितेन वा येषामर्थे काङ्क्षितं नो राज्यं भोगाः सुखानि च तायमेव स्थिता युद्धे प्राणास्त्यक्त्वा धनानि च आचार्याः पितरः पुत्रास्तथैव च पितामहा मातुलाः श्वशुराः पुत्राः श्यालाः सम्बन्धिनस्तदा एतान् हन्तुमिच्छामि घ्नतोऽपि मधुसूदन अपि त्रैलोक्यराज्यस्य हेतोः किं नो मही कृते निहत्य धार्तराष्ट्रान्नः का प्रीतिः स्या जनार्दन. Kim, what use na to us? Rajena is the kingdom. Govinda, O Krishna. Kim, what? Bhogaya, enjoyment. Jivitena, living. Pa, either. Yesham, of whom. Arthe, for the sake. Kangshitam is desired. Nah, by us. Rajyam, kingdom. Bhogaha, material enjoyment. Sukhani, all happiness. Cha, also. Te, all of them. Ime, these. Avasthitaha, situated. Yuddhe, on this battlefield. Pranan, lives. Tyaktva, giving up. Dhanani, riches. Cha, also. Acharyaha, teachers. Pitraha, fathers. Putraha, sons. Tatha, as well. Eva, certainly. Cha, also. Pitamaha, grandfathers. Matulaha, maternal uncles. Shvashuraha, fathers-in-law. Potraha, grandsons. Shyalaha, brothers-in-law. Sambandhinaha, relatives. Tatha, as well. Etan, all these. Na, never. Hantum, to kill. Ichhami, do I wish. Gnataha, being killed. Api, even. Madhusudan, O killer of the demon Madhu, Krishna. Api, even if. Trailokya, of the three worlds. Rajyasya, for the kingdom. Hetoho, in exchange. Kim, no, what to speak of. Mahikrite, for the sake of the earth. Nihatya, by killing. Dhatrashtran, the sons of Dhritarashtra. Na, are. Ka, what. Pritihi, pleasure. Syat, will there be. Janardana, O maintainer of all living entities. Translation. O Govind, of what avail to us our kingdom, happiness, or even life itself, when all those for whom we may desire them are now arrayed on this battlefield? O Madhusudan, when teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are ready to give up their lives and properties and are standing before me, why should I wish to kill them, even though they might otherwise kill me? O maintainer of all living entities, I am not prepared to fight with them, even in the exchange for the three worlds, let alone this earth. What pleasure will be derived from killing the sons of Dhritarashtra? Now let's try to understand this verse. Discover. So first discovery here is that Arjun feels that there is no pleasure without relatives. So this is actually the second reason due to which Arjun did not want to fight this war. That is, foreseeing no enjoyment in the victory. Okay, first reason was what? Compassion. Arjun was compassionate towards his friends and relatives, and so he didn't want to fight. Now this is the second reason where Arjun is seeing no enjoyment in the victory. How do we understand? Arjun here is showing typical calculation of material life. In material life, everyone wants to enjoy with friends, relatives, and love. Actually, this practically we see, nobody wants to enjoy alone. He needs a company for enjoyment, right? So people are attached, people are entangled with their near and dear ones in order to enjoy materially, in order to enjoy material opulences. So here Arjuna is thinking that all his relatives, if they die in the battle, with whom he is going to enjoy and to whom he is going to show his opulence. Very, very important. We see this practically in the material life, that people endeavor for things and then they show off their opulences, their possessions to others. Okay. And that also kind of, give an individual enjoyment. Mind enjoys basically when one shows off his possessions, opulence to other people. Mind enjoys. Mind feels pleasure about it. So this specific mentality of Arjuna is typical mentality on the material platform. Now here Srila Prabhupada says that transcendental life, that is spiritual life, is entirely different. In spiritual life, a devotee wants to satisfy the desires of the Lord, and he would accept all kind of opulences for the service of the Lord. So in spiritual life, an individual accepts all the opulences, not for his enjoyment, but to engage those opulences, those resources in the service of the Lord, to satisfy the Lord. And if the Lord is not willing, he should not accept the farthing. So in material life, an individual accepts opulences for his enjoyment, and in spiritual life, one accepts the opulences for serving the Lord. So this is the key difference. So application is that we should endeavor for spiritual life. By all possible means and resources, we must always serve Lord Krishna. Now, second discovery is Arjuna is not prepared to fight with his relatives and friends, even in exchange for the three worlds, let alone this earth. So Arjuna says that even if he gets the kingdom of the three worlds, so three worlds that Arjuna is talking about is Swarglok, Mrityulok, and Patallok. Swarglok are upper planetary systems. Mrityulok is the Bhulok, the earthly planet, and Patallok are the lower planetary systems. So Arjuna says, even if I get the kingdom of the three worlds, I'm not willing to fight. By this, Arjuna is showing deep affection for his community, for his family members, for his relatives, friends. And this is due to his natural compassion for them. And therefore, he's not willing to fight. Actually, this renunciation or detachment that is being shown by Arjuna towards material opulences is actually false renunciation. This is not a true renunciation. Okay, this is false renunciation because this is coming out of material attachment. Application, we should not take to false renunciation. Instead, we must follow Yukta Vairagya as recommended by Srila Rupa Goswami. So what is this principle of Yukta Vairagya? Srila Prabhupada explains, things should be accepted for the Lord's service and not for one's personal sense gratification. If one accepts something without attachment and accepts it because it is related to Krishna, one's renunciation is called Yukta Vairagya. So a devotee does not, just accept and reject things based on what he feels or he likes. Or, we say whimsically. Devotee does not accept or reject things whimsically. Devotees follow the principle of Yukta Vairagya. That means devotee is not attached to the material opulences. So that means a devotee is not interested in using the material opulences for personal sense gratification. So that is the Vairagya. Okay, that is the Vairagya of devotee. And now Yukta Vairagya, a devotee accepts opulences for the Lord's service. So devotee does not reject opulences just because he is not attached to those opulences. No, devotee does not reject opulences. From within, devotee is not attached to the various opulences. Devotee does not use those opulences for his own sense gratification, but he accepts these opulences to serve the Lord. Okay, so accepting things without attachment and engaging those things in the service of Krishna is Yukta Vairagya. Now here we are seeing that Arjuna is renouncing material things. He's ready to renounce give up the kingdom. He's ready to give up all opulences. He's not understanding at this point of time that all these opulences, they belong to Krishna. And by accepting the opulences, by accepting the kingdom, he will get an opportunity to engage all those resources in the service of Krishna, to maintain the dharma on the earth as per the will of Krishna. So he's not understanding these things at this point of time. And he's rejecting these things for the sake of his friends and relatives. So such kind of renunciation is not acceptable. This is false renunciation. Okay. Next discovery. Arjuna is not willing to kill his kinsmen even though they might kill him. So this is very important. Here Arjuna is showing such a deep attachment that he is not willing to fight even if they kill him. So this is suicidal. He has actually forgotten his basic Kshatriya dharma. Such weakness is not expected from him. That, one is ready to destroy himself. One is ready to destroy his dharma, his very existence, out of attachment. Now, application, we should not give up our swadharma, whatever be the circumstances. That means whatever mode of nature that we have acquired, in that state itself, we must perform our prescribed duties. And how do we perform those duties? In full Krishna consciousness. So at every point of time, in whatever state, in whatever varna or ashram we are, our only goal should be to serve the Supreme Lord Krishna. Next, Arjuna has called Krishna by 3 names. In this set of verses, Arjuna has called Krishna by 3 names. The first is Govind, second Madhusudana, and third Janardana. So we are going to take these names one by one and try to understand the significance of these specific names. Govinda. In Bhagavad Gita 1.32, Arjuna calls Krishna by the name Govind. Go means cow. Go also means senses. And go means land as well. So we have 3 meanings of go here: cow, senses, and land. Okay, so Govind means one who gives pleasure to the senses, or one who is very kind to the cows, or one who is proprietor of all the land. So in all 3 contexts, we understand the meaning of the name Govind. So Arjuna has addressed Lord Krishna as Govind because Krishna is the object of all pleasures for cows and the senses. So where Arjuna is indicating that Krishna would understand what is going to satisfy the senses of Arjuna. So here, very important point which srilaprabhupada says in the purport is that although Govind is not meant for satisfying our senses, if we try to satisfy the senses of Govind, then automatically our senses are satisfied. So we must understand that we should not seek satisfaction of senses from Govind. Rather, we must always try to satisfy the senses of Govind. Then automatically our senses will also be satisfied. Okay? And the name Govind also indicates Vatsalya Bhav, the strong affection of Krishna for his devotees. So this is very beautiful, understanding. So Arjuna is asking, oh Govind, when I have you as my friend and master, what is the need of worldly things? Your affection, love, and care surpass the highest pleasures of the material world. Why should I want them? So very beautiful, exchange of feelings between Krishna and Arjuna, where Arjuna is saying that, oh Govind, when I have you as my friend, as my master, I don't need the kingdom of the 3 worlds. Because Krishna's affection, love, care is beyond the highest pleasure of the material world. So a devotee is not interested in material pleasures. because devotee has Krishna. So through this, the application is that we must engage our senses in satisfying the senses of Govind, and only then our senses will be satisfied. Okay. Another application is the only treasure of the devotees are the lotus feet of Govind. When one attains the lotus feet of Govind, one is not in need of anything in the entire cosmic manifestation, because that is the only purpose of our existence. Okay, this is the application. Here is another beautiful understanding of the name Govind by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that one who knows everything in all respects by the words of the Vedas is known as Govind. And taking this meaning, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan paraphrases Arjun's words like this. Oh Govind, you know the activities of all the senses because you are all-knowing, Sarva Vedagya. Please understand my mind and tell me what is best for me. Certainly, I do not know what will satisfy me. I know that the pleasures of a kingdom will not be sufficient to grant me happiness. Please tell me as a friend what will satisfy me. You are Sarvagya, all-knowing, and therefore you can answer all my questions. We have to understand first that at this point of time, Arjun is talking to Krishna in friendly manner only. He has not surrendered to Krishna, because surrender happens in shlok number 2.7, that is chapter 2, verse 7. Through that shlok, Arjun actually surrenders to Krishna as his disciple. So here Arjun is telling Krishna that Krishna, you know everything. You're all knowing. You understand my mind. You know what is best for me and what will satisfy me. You know that these pleasures of the kingdom, all these, material things, material opulences are not going to satisfy me. So please, as a friend, tell me what will satisfy me. Okay. So application here is that we must understand that material pleasures, material opulences will not satisfy us. And therefore, we must endeavor for spiritual life. And that can be attained under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. So this is the application. Now just try to understand logically why we say that these, material pleasures will not satisfy us. There's a science and logic behind it. See, we are spirit souls. We are not this material body. And what is the quality of the spirit soul? The quality of the spirit soul is Satchidanand. Okay. And what are the qualities of the material things? Asat, Achit, Niranand. Because material things are what? Material things are actually, they are temporary. Okay. And that is actually dead matter. Whereas soul is what? Soul is eternal. Soul is full of bliss, knowledge. So these qualities are not the qualities of material things. So it's incompatible. There's no compatibility. Soul will be satisfied with spirituality, spiritual activities, with Krishna, because only eternal things will satisfy eternal entity. You can't expect, temporary things satisfying eternal entity. No. There's no compatibility between them. Okay, so the only thing that can satisfy spirit soul is engaging in service of the Lord. And this engagement in the service of the Lord is actually the eternal occupation of the soul. Next, we come to the name Madhusudan. Now, Arjun calls Krishna by the name Madhusudan in verse 1.34. Madhusudan literally means, killer of demon Madhu. Madhu plus Sudan. Killer of demon Madhu. So here also very beautifully and very smartly, Arjun is conveying to Krishna that, oh Krishna, you are killer of demons. Why you are inducing me to kill my kinsman? So he's reminding Krishna that, see Krishna, you kill enemies, you kill demons. But now here, you are engaging me to kill my own relatives. You are, Krishna, you are not Nandasudan, you are not Yashodasudan. So he's critically, reminding him that you don't kill your relatives, you kill your enemies, you kill demons. then why you are engaging me to kill my relatives? So you may induce me, but I am not going to kill them. Etan na hantum. Okay, I am not willing to kill them. And even if they kill me, I will not fight. I will not kill them. Okay, so very beautifully, Arjuna is sharing the feelings of his heart with Krishna. At the beginning of creation, the demons Katab and Madhu, they stole the Vedas. And then, Supreme Lord killed these demons and recovered the Vedas. Since then, Lord Krishna has also been known as Madhusudana. Okay, this is the incidents. And then in Brahma Vaivarta Puran, Lord Shiva says, if one remembers Madhusudan amid great difficulties, then his difficulties turn into opulences. So this is a very, very beautiful statement by Lord Shiva, that when we remember Madhusudan, then all difficulties will turn into opulences. So this is one of the, we can take this as one of the indicators of victory of Pandavas also. That here Arjuna is addressing the Lord as Madhusudan. So this is indicating that although, the situation is very difficult for the Pandavas, that, they have to fight against their relatives, and there seems to be all inauspiciousness around. But actually, all these difficulties, inauspiciousness, will turn into fortune for the Pandavas. So this we can take as a indicator of victory also. Okay, now application. In this miserable material world, the only means to attain auspiciousness is serving Madhusudan. So we must serve Madhusudan to the best of with the best of our capability, and attain auspiciousness. Now another name, Arjun calls Krishna by the name Janardana. That is in Bhagavad Gita 1.34. So Janardana means one who by nature protects his devotees. So in this friendly talk, Srila Baldev Vidyabhushan says that Arjun is telling Krishna, oh Janardana, if you think these sons of Dhritarashtra should be killed, then you should kill them, because you have descended to remove the burden of the earth. Therefore, you alone should kill them. You are the Supreme Lord, and you will incur no sinful reaction. Your name is Janardana, means who by his nature protects his devotees. So here, Arjuna is telling, in a friendly way, he's telling to Krishna. So earlier he's saying, he's addressing Krishna as Madhusudan. That see, you are the killer of the demons. You don't kill your relatives. Then why you are engaging me to kill my relatives? You are Janardana, you have descended to protect your devotees. So you yourself should kill the Kauravas. Why you want to engage me in this ghastly war? At this point of time, Arjuna is missing a point here. That he is a chosen one by Janardana, through whom Janardana is accomplishing his mission of establishing dharma. And instead of feeling fortunate about it, actually what is Arjuna doing? Arjuna is withdrawing from this responsibility. And he's telling Janardana that, oh Janardana, you yourself should kill and remove the burden of the earth. Why you are engaging me? Okay. And he is fearful of sinful reaction also, as we see from the, the next sub-theme. He is not understanding that when he would fight the war for satisfying Krishna, he will actually not incur any sinful reaction. Okay, so although, at the face of it, the war seems to be an impious act. But when he is engaged in this war as a service to Krishna, it is no longer an impious act. It will actually bring auspiciousness for them, for Pandavas. Okay, so application here is that the only protection for us from material miseries are the lotus feet of Janardana, that is Krishna. So we must serve Krishna under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. That means whatever the circumstances are, We must always be ready to serve the Lord. Okay? That's all on this verse. Next, we are going to take the next set of verses which talk about the third reason why Arjun is not willing to fight. And the sub-theme is fear of sinful reactions. Verses 1.36 to 1.38. So we have added this third reason here in this table why Arjuna is not willing to fight. That is the fear of sinful reactions. Bhagavad Gita 1.36 to 1.38. And Krishna addresses this concern of Arjuna in second chapter, verses 2.33 and then 2.38 to 2.53. Okay? That's all. We dedicate all these videos to our Guru Maharaj, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.